The snow it melts the soonest when the winds begin to sing, and the corn it ripens fastest when the frost is settling in. And when a woman tells me my face she'll soon forget, before we part I'll wager cool she's fair to follow at yet. Oh, the snow it melts the soonest when the winds begin to sing, and the swallow skims without a thought as long as it is spring. But when spring goes and winter blows, my lassie, you'll be fair. For all your pride to follow me across the stormy main. Oh, the snow it melts the soonest when the winds begin to sing, and the bee that flew in summer shone in winter cannot sting. I've seen a woman's anger melt betwixt the night and morn. Oh, it's surely not a harder thing to tame a woman's scorn. Say me farewell here, no farewell I receive, and you shall set me to the stile and kiss and take your leave. I'll stay here till the curlew calls and the martlet takes his wing. Oh, the snow it melts the soonest while the winds begin to sing. Angel Gabriel from heaven came, his wings as drifted snow, his eyes as flame. Ah, hail, said he, thou lowly maid and Mary, most highly favored lady, a blessed mother thou shalt be, all generations laud and honor thee. Thy son shall be Emmanuel, by seers foretold, most highly favored lady, glory. Gentle Mary meekly bowed her head. To me be as it pleases God, she said. My soul shall laud and magnify his holy name. Most highly favored lady, Gloria, Gloria.
Angel Gabriel from heaven came. His wings as drifted snow, his eyes as flame.
Ah, here said he, thou lowly maid and Mary, most highly favored lady, One, two, and three, and four, and... A soul cake, please goodness is a soul cake. An apple, a pear, a plum, or a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. Soul cake, please goodness is a soul cake. One for Peter, two for Paul, and three by him that made us all. God bless the master of this house and the mistress also, and all the little children that round your table grow, the cattle in your stable, the dogs at your front door, and all that dwell within your gates. Well, I wish you 10 times more. A soul cake, please good missus, a soul cake. An apple, a pear, a plum, or a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. Soul cake, please good missus, a soul cake. One for Peter, two for Paul, and three for him that made us all. To the cellar to see what you can find. If the barrels are not empty, we'll hope that you'll be kind. We hope that you'll be kind with your apple and your pear. I will come no more a-souling till Christmas time next year. A soul cake, please good missus, a soul cake. An apple, a pear, a plum, or a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. Soul cake, please good missus, a soul cake. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for him that made us all. The streets are very dirty, my shoes are very thin. I have a little pocket to put a penny in. If you haven't got a penny, a halfpenny will do. If you haven't got a halfpenny, God bless you. A soul cake, please goodness is a soul cake. An apple, a pear, a plum, or a cherry, anything to make us all merry. Soul cake, please goodness is a soul cake. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for him that made us all. Soul cake, please goodness is a soul cake. An apple, a pear, a plum, or a cherry, any good thing to make us all merry. Soul cake, please goodness is a soul cake. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for him that made us all. For him that made us all. Please give me the soul cake, and I'm a man, I'm a cherry. Any good thing to make us all merry. Soul cake, a soul cake. Please give me the soul cake. One for Peter, two for Paul, three for him that made us all. For him that made us all.
Thank you.
The next two songs have as a central metaphor the rose. And the rose was a medieval symbol of flawless perfection. Both songs are based upon a quotation from the Bible, from Isaiah. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of its roots. The first song is English, 15th century, but I've interpreted this song in a kind of Middle Eastern way for a number of reasons. One, the whole Christian story comes from the Middle East, as does a lot of English music. This instrument, this lute in Arabic, is laoud, and it was brought back to England by the Crusaders, stolen. So this song is called, what is it called? Yeah, There is no rose of such virtue, and it goes like this. There is no rose of such virtue as is the rose that bare Jesus. There is no rose of such virtue as is the rose that bare Jesus. Oh, in this rose garden. The next song was from 16th century German. The composer, emperor? The composer is called Pretorius. This is called Lo, How a Rose Blumen. Blumen from tender stem that sprung of Jesse's lineage coming, as when of old hath sung. It came a flowered bright amid the cold of winter, when half spent was the light. To show God's love aright, she brought to a Savior, when half spent was the light. To show God's love aright, she brought to the Savior, when half spent was the light. This next song is based on a poem by Robert Louis Stevenson. It was one of my favorite poems as a child at school, and I remembered it very well. It was called Christmas at Sea. And the subject was of a young sailor, in fact, saved their lives. And as he's doing this, he realizes two things. One, it's Christmas Day. And two, the small village above the cliff tops where they are fighting for their lives is the village where he was born. And I really wanted to bring this poem into this project, but I couldn't quite figure out how to do it until one day in my house in Italy, Mary McMaster was there with her harp, and she started to play a song from the Isle of Skye, and she's singing in Gaelic. And it's a beautiful song, and I didn't really understand what she was singing. I don't speak Gaelic, but I understood exactly the emotion she was expressing, which is the longing to be home. And I realized that was the key to bringing this Stevenson poem into this work. So I amalgamated Mary's song from Skye with my interpretation of Stevenson's poem. And it's really that, what I was talking about before, that magnetic gravitational pull that Christmas has, where the sailor is not only fighting for his life, but he's also full of shame that he's working on Christmas Day and not with his family. So it's called Christmas at Sea. I'll do it fought the tides between the north and the south. Ah, dear, we hauled the frozen sheets to escape the storm's wet mouth. All day as cold as charity, in bitter pain and dread. For very life and nature, we tack from head to head. The south a right of birth, for there the tide race roared. But every tack we made we brought the north head close aboard. We saw the cliffs and houses and the breakers running high, and the coast guard in his garden, his glass against his eye. Was on the village roofs, as white as ocean foam. The good red fires are burning bright in every longshore home. The windows sparkle clear and the chimneys volleyed out, and of our we sniffed the victuals as the vessel went about. Were rung with a mighty jovial cheer. For it's just that I should tell you how of our days in the year. This day of our adversity was blessed Christmas morn, and the house above the coast guards was the house where I was born. Of the shadow on the household and the sun that went to sea. And oh, a wicked fool I seemed in every kind of way, to be here and hauling frozen ropes on blessed Christmas Day. Of me, of the shadow on the household and the sun that went to sea. And oh, the wicked fool I seemed in every kind of way, to be here and hauling frozen ropes on blessed Christmas Day. Thank you. And now winter comes slowly, pale, meager, and old. Fast trembling with age and quivering with cold. Benumbed with hard frosts and with snow covered all. Benumbed with hard frost and with snow covered all. Praise the sun to restore him. Praise the sun to restore him and saves as before. The next song is again by Purcell. It's called The Cold Song, and in this song, the spirit of winter is unwillingly brought back from the dead. Cold Song. Nice and slow. What power art thou who from below hast made me rise unwillingly and slow? From birds of heaven I can scarcely move or draw my breath, can scarcely move or draw my breath. Let me freeze again. Let me freeze again to death. Let me freeze again to death.
Robert Southwell was a 16th century English poet. He was also a Catholic and a Jesuit priest, and he was convicted of treason in 1595 and executed. His poem, which is entitled The Burning Babe, offers a macabre vision encountered on a winter's night of the infant Jesus suspended in the darkness and burning in agony for the sins of man. This rather dark vision is offset by a rather jolly musical setting, which is the work of English traditional fiddler and singer Chris Wood. This is The Burning Babe.
Zion horror, winter's night, you're shivering in the snow. Surprised I was with sudden heat, which made my heart to glow. And lifting up a fearful eye to view what fire was near. A pretty babe, all burning bright, till in the air appear. Who scotched it with excessive heat, shed floods of tears that shed. As though his flood should quench his flame, with which his tears were fed. Alas, quoth he, but newly born in fiery heats that fire. Yet none approach to warm their hearts or feel my fire burn. Thoughtless past the furnaces, the fuel wounding thorn. Love is the fire inside the smoke, the ashes, shame and scorn. The fuel justice layeth on, and mercy blows the cold. The metal in this furnace raw, amends to fire the soul. For which is now on fire I am, to work them to their good. Slow will I melt into a bath, who wash them in my blood. With this he out of sight and swiftly shrunk away. And straight I called it up to mind, and it was Christmas Day. Surprised I was with sudden heat, which made my heart to grow. And lifting up a fearful eye to view what fire was here. A pretty babe, all burning bright, till in the air charging with excessive heat, transfers of tears that shed, as though his floods and quenches flames with riches tears with lead. At last quoth he, but newly born and fiery heats have cried, that none approach to warm their hearts and feel no fire but I. Thank you. The next song is one of mine. It's called Ghost Story, and it features the wonderful Dominic Miller on guitar. Watch the western sky, the sun is sinking, the geese are flying south, it sets me thinking, I did not miss you much, I did not suffer, what didn't kill me, just made me tougher. I feel the winter comes, his icy sinews. Now in the firelight, the case continues. Another night in court, the same old trial, the same old questions asked, the same denial. Another winter comes, his icy fingers creep into these bones of mine. These memories never sleep, and all these differences, a cloak I borrowed, we kept our distances. Why should it follow? I must have loved you. I must have loved you. What is the force that binds the stars? I wore this mask to hide my scar. What is the power that pulls the tide? Never could find a place to hide. What moves the earth around the sun? What could I do but run and run and run? Afraid to love, afraid to feel, a mask without a soul. The moon's a finger there, and slowly sinking. Another day begins, and now I'm thinking that this indifference was my invention. When everything I did sought your attention, you were my compass star, you were my measure, you were a pirate's map, a buried treasure. If this was all correct, the last thing I'd expect must have loved you. I must have loved you. I must have loved you. I must have loved you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to have some Northumbrian music. The first tune is written by Catherine Tickell. It's called Confluence. Here's a round of applause, yeah. The second tune is by her younger brother, Peter Tickell. It's called Team Spirit. The third tune comes from the Shetlands, and it's called The New Rigged Ship. Take it away.
One, two, three.
Catherine Takao, Peter Takao.
Fantastic.
Mercury falling, I rise from my bed. Collect my thoughts together. I have to hold my head. It seems that she's gone. Somehow I am pinned by the hounds of winter. They're howling in the wind. I walk through the day, my coat around my ears. I look for my companions. I have to dry my tears. It seems that she's gone, leaving me too soon. I'm as dark as December. I'm as cold. I'm as cold. I'm as cold as the man in the moon. Still see her face, beautiful as deep, easy to remember. Remember my love that way. All I hear is that lonesome sound and the hounds of winter. They're following me down. Come make up the fire the way that she could. I spent all my days in the search for dry wood. Bought all the windows and closed the front door. I can't believe she won't be here anymore. Still see her face as beautiful as day, easy to remember. Remember my love that way. All I hear is that lonesome, lonesome sound and the hounds of winter. They follow me down, down, down. A season for joy, a season for sorrow. Where she's gone, I will surely, surely follow. She brightened my day, she warmed the coldest night. But the hounds of winter, they got me in their sights. Still see her face as beautiful as day, easy to remember. Remember my love that way. All I hear is that lonesome, lonesome sound and the hounds of winter. They're harrowing me down, down, down. collect my thoughts together. I have to hold my head. Seems that she's gone, or leaving me too soon. While the hounds in winter are howling at the moon. The hounds in winter, they're howling at the moon. The hounds of winter.
Thank you. The next song is one of the most touching accounts of the Christmas story I've ever come across. It was originally from England in the 16th century. It was exported with the settlers to America. And this setting is definitely Appalachian. It's called the Cherry Tree Carol.
When Joseph was an old man, an old man was he. He courted Virgin Mary, the Queen of Galilee. He courted Virgin Mary, the Queen of Galilee. When Joseph and Mary were walking one day, here is apples and cherries, so fair to behold. Here is apples and cherries, so fair to behold. Then Mary spoke to Joseph, so meek and so mild. Joseph, gather me some cherries, for I am with child. Joseph, gather me some cherries, for I am with child. Then Joseph flew in anger he flew. Oh, let the father of the baby gather cherries for you. Oh, let the father of the baby gather cherries for you. On the cherry tree bowed low down to the ground. And Mary gathered cherries while Joseph stood down. And Mary gathered cherries while Joseph stood down. Then Joseph took Mary all on his right knee, crying, Lord, have mercy for what I have done. Crying, Lord, have mercy for what I have done. When Joseph was an old man was he. He courted Virgin Mary, the Queen of Galilee. He courted Virgin Mary, the Queen of Galilee.
So for this project, we researched many lullabies. It's a season of lullabies too. And the research uncovered some surprising things, a paradox really, because lullabies seem to have a dual purpose. One is to soothe the child back to sleep, and if you read the lyrics, the other is to scare the child to death. A lot of lullabies have this. The first one is by Peter Warlock, based on an old Scottish lullaby. It's called Balulalo, which is Scottish for lullaby.
Young Jesus sweet, prepare thy cradle in thy spirit, and light shall rock thee in my heart, and never from thee depart. Shall praise thee evermore with songs sweet unto thy glory. The knees of my heart shall I bow and sing that rich
So this next song is also by Peter Warlock. He was an interesting man, a very troubled man. He had a problem with drink, and he killed himself. He was a survivor of the First World War. He was actually a conscientious objector, but a very interesting man nonetheless. This next song was written, it was an entry in the Sunday Telegraph Carol competition in, I think, 1923. And he ended it because he was skint, and he won. This song actually won, and he spent the money on booze. But nonetheless, it's one of the most beautiful hymns. It's called Bethlehem Down.
When he is king, we will give him our king's gifts, more for its sweet Bethlehem down is full of the starlight, winds for the spices and stars for the wool. Larry for sleep and for lullaby music. Songs of a shepherd by Bethlehem fold. When he is king, they will clothe him in grave sheets, for embalming and wood for a crown. He that lies now in the wide arms of Mary, sleeping so lightly on Bethlehem down. Here he has peace and a short while for dreaming, close huddled locks and to keep him from cold. Larry for love and for lullaby music. Songs of a shepherd high, Bethlehem down.
Thank you. So for this next carol, I'm going to need some expert help, and luckily, at hand, we have expert help here. This is the Durham Cathedral Choir. And they're going to help us sing the Coventry Carol.
Lule, lule, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule. Lule, lule, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule. Oh, sisters, do how may we do for to preserve this day, this poor youngling for whom we do sing. Bye bye, lule, 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 thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, 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 thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, lule, lule. Herod the king in his raging charged he hath this day his man of might in his own sight, all young children to slay. Lule, lule, bye, lule, lule. Bye bye, lule, lule.
The Durham Cathedral choruses, thank you. Thank you, boys. Our final lullaby was written by Dominic and myself many years ago. It's called Lullaby for an Anxious Child.
Hush, child, let your mama sleep into the night until we rise. Hush, child, let me soothe the shining tears that gather in your eyes. Hush, child, I won't leave, I'll stay with you to cross this bridge of sighs. Hush, child, I can't help the look of accusation in your eyes. In your eyes. The world is broken now, all this sorrow. Wise men hide words. Hush, child, let your mommy sleep into the night until we rise. Hush, child, all the strength I need to fight, I'll find inside your eyes. In your eyes. The world is broken now, all this sorrow. Wise men hide words. Hush, child, let your mommy sleep into the night until we rise. Hush, child, all the strength I need to fight, I'll find inside your eyes. In your eyes.
On the guitar, Mr. Dominic Miller. Thank you. On the cello from Paris, Mr. Vincent Seagal. On the Hammond B3 from Leeds in Yorkshire, Mr. Jerry Richardson. On the trumpet from New York City, Mr. Chris Gecko. Our wonderful vocalists from Boston, Stephen Santoro. From New York City, Lisa Fischer. From Vancouver, Laila Bialy. From Adelaide in South Australia, Miss Joe Laurie. On the double bass, Mr. Ira Coleman from New York City. Our percussionist from New York City, Bashiri Johnson. From Morocco, Rani Krija. Brazil, Ciro Batista. On the mandolin from New York City, David Mansfield. From Newcastle, on the melodeon, Julian Sutton. From Newcastle, on the Northumbrian pipes and the fiddle, Miss Catherine Tickell. Yet another Geordie from Newcastle, Peter Tickell on the fiddle. And from Scotland on the harp, our wonderful Mary McMaster. Behind us, our wonderful orchestra, the Luna Chamber Orchestra. Please stand up, take a bow. And finally, our musical director, Robert Satan. Please take a bow. Thank you. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. Saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. What was in those ships, all three on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? What was in those ships, all three on Christmas Day in the morning? Lord Jesus Christ and his lady on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Jesus Christ and his lady on Christmas Day in the morning. They will the sailboat ships, all three on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Will the sailboat ships, all three on Christmas Day in the morning. Oh, they sail into Bethlehem on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. They sail into Bethlehem on Christmas Day in the morning. Peter, shall ring on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. All the bells on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. All the angels in heaven shall sing on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. All the angels in heaven shall sing on Christmas Day in the morning. David. All the souls on earth shall ring on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. All the souls on earth shall ring on Christmas Day in the morning. How about you?
sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. I saw three ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw three ships come sailing on Christmas Day in the morning. December sun sits low against the sky. Moonlight on frozen fields, the cattle in the stable longing. When to this winter wood 10,000 miles meant nothing to us then. One walks with heavy tread, the space between my footsteps slowing. All day the snow did fall. What's left of our day is close drawn steps there in the snow. I smile to myself and then I wonder why it is you only cross my mind in winter. Thank you.